The first thing you need is the Python software. In other words, a Python interpreter. It's a piece of software that understands your Python code and then translates it to appropriate machine language that your computer's operating system can understand. Different operating systems need different interpreters. I'm on a Windows machine, so I need the Python interpreter that can translate Python code to the appropriate machine language that a Windows-based machine can understand. If you're on Linux, you'll need a different interpreter than mine, right?
And if you're on Mac, you must have Python software already installed in your computer. Just make sure it's the latest stable release of Python.
In this lecture, we will install Python into our computer. This will be a pretty basic installation. We'll just install Python and nothing else. I mean, no external packages or libraries for now. And once we are comfortable with Python building blocks, I will walk you through an entirely different approach for working on Python, wherein I will reinstall Python, discuss about virtual environments, install packages and libraries, tell you about some better tools and code editors, but let's hold it for the time being. So for now, just go to the website python.org in your internet browser, then go to the downloads option in the menu. The website will auto detect which operating system you are using, and as a result, it will display the appropriate Python installer that you need to download. I'm working on a Windows machine, that's why it displays the installer for Windows. And it also displays the latest stable release of Python version 3.10, the recent version at the time of creating this video. I click on that and it gets downloaded in a while. Once downloaded, click on the installer. A pop-up window appears. Here it's asking you to confirm if you want to add Python to the path. If you add Python to the path by putting a check mark over here, then every time you write the word Python in the command line of Windows, it will easily recognize the word Python and open the command line for Python shell so that you can run all your Python command there in the shell. What I'm saying will make more sense once we are done installing Python. So for now, just put a check mark over here and click on the option Install Now. Installing Python is a fairly straightforward process, and after a while you will see the message setup was successful, meaning Python is installed. Now close this window and let's check if we got Python set up correctly. As I mentioned, we have added Python to the path during installation, so the command prompt should now recognize the word Python. To check, open the command prompt, type Python, press enter. And what do you see? Windows recognizes Python. So Python is installed successfully. To be doubly sure, check the version number of Python here. It's 3.10. Perfect. Let's try one Python command here. Type 2 plus 3, press enter. And it displays 5 on the console. Good job. Python is working.
Now I'll tell you how you can install Python on a Linux machine. So this is a virtual machine, a virtual box I have of Ubuntu Linux. So I just go to the terminal window. I open it up. So this is the terminal window. And to install Python, we write sudo apt-get install Python. Press enter. It is asking me for the password. Let me enter password. Done. Do you want to continue? Yes, I want to continue, and this starts installing Python. Alright, now I can check if I have Python installed. Okay. Let me run sudo apt-get install Python 3.9 because the previous version was not the latest version. So I continue now and it starts installing. Great. Alright, so after the installation is done, we can write python version or Python 3 version, depending on which of those two terms, either Python 3 or Python, works here. Python 3 gives me the latest version I just installed. Alright, now let me tell you how we can install it on a Mac machine. So this is the Mac machine. I go to the download option, I click on that, and it just confirming from me if I want to install it. I say yes. So this is the package that I need to install from. I click on it and it shows me the installer window. Just click on continue. If you want to read the license agreement, read it or agree to it, and okay, so it completes the installation. Now close the window. Alright, now let me move this Python installer to trash. So this is the Python 3.9 installation in my Mac machine. Let me check by writing print hello world, and it shows hello world. That means Python is working. Alright, now let me close down terminal. So this is the way we install Python 3 on a Mac machine.